Thank you for your interest in Neuchâtel Junior College. My name is Dorit Tepperman, and I am the Director of Admissions at NJC. I'm going to share what makes the NJC experience so unique. Students at NJC get to live in the beauty and splendor of Switzerland, and the town of Neuchâtel offers them a home like no other. And being in the center of Europe means that NJC students get to visit amazing places throughout Europe as part of their experience at NJC. But being a student at NJC also means that going on a school trip with your French class to the market looks like this. That doing your homework or working on a project at school with your friends can look like this on our school terrace overlooking Lac Neuchâtel with the Alps in the distance. It means celebrating a whole new culture and its customs, like when the grapes are in harvest and the town of Neuchâtel welcomes guests for a weekend of festivities. And all the while they are living abroad, NJC students study Canadian grade 12 curriculum with a global perspective. They're earning the Ontario Secondary School Diploma or doing a gap year in their pre-university year. They take 3 or 4 grade 12 courses per semester at NJC, like at any other Ontario secondary school. They attend classes that are prerequisites for university admission. All students at NJC receive French language instruction. Some come with limited or no French, and others come with extensive backgrounds in French immersion. But the context of being in Europe and the enrichment opportunities that students enjoy through travel and extracurricular opportunities are what stands out as most unique. Our extracurricular program includes outdoor activities and challenges that offer cultural exploration. There are opportunities to play competitive sports or intramural sports down by the lake or in local facilities such as a gym or a skating rink that NJC often rents. Snowboarding and skiing are second to none, with access to some of the best ski destinations around. We also hold coffee houses and talent show events where students can enjoy the opportunity to showcase their amazing talents. Another remarkable aspect of the program is the sense of community that students develop. While students come from different countries, different cities, and different school programs, they share a common thirst for adventure and are enjoying once-in-a-lifetime experiences at a pivotal time in their lives that brings them together. The sense of community is initiated in the orientation trip and other activities that happen within the students' first weeks at school. They get to know each other through structured and fun activities. And these activities form the foundation of friendships that last a lifetime. Our pension experience also builds community outside the school walls. NJC students have the rare privilege of living with Swiss families and learning about Swiss culture firsthand. Many students who live with Swiss hosts remain in touch with them for many years and visit them as part of their Swiss experience. We hope that you've enjoyed the presentation and that you're inspired to learn more. You can do so by contacting us at admissions@neuchatel.org. Thank you.
Hello everyone, bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Merci d'être ici aujourd'hui à Neuchâtel Junior College. I am Andrew Keelaher, head of school here at Neuchâtel Junior College, and I want to thank you for considering NJC for a grade 12 or gap year experience for your child next year. I am proud to say that even during these unprecedented times, NJC has continued to have the opportunity to enjoy living a vibrant, engaged school community with daily in-class instruction taught by exceptional teachers and travel throughout Europe. Here's a photo of the class of 2022 who are now at NJC. Now, we understand when it comes to the NJC experience that it takes a certain amount of courage for students and their parents to take on this incredible opportunity of the NJC experience. Courage, of course, is the ability to do something difficult, even when there's a risk or even when you might be afraid. And so it's in facing that fear that we really see what courage is all about and what our students are capable of. It takes courage to say goodbye at the age of 17, sometimes 16 or 18, to what is familiar and to what is comfortable. To find yourself with a new group of students, a new group of friends, a new social group. The very next day, on the way from the Zurich airport back to Neuchâtel. And to be open to meeting new people who have had different life experiences than you have had, students. Here are some students from the US, from Canada, from Mexico, who have arrived at the Zurich airport on the first day back in September. NJC students grow and learn from their experiences. That's what we want. The orientation week that we have every year, we take students on a trip to a couple of cantons within Switzerland. It is planned with programming that pushes students further outside of their comfort zone. And at NJC, students get to build their confidence through taking on new physical challenges, like up in the trees here with these two individuals. Or doing what might be familiar, but in a new environment, in a new place. We are so proud that we are able to offer students recreational activities and in-class learning, even during the challenging times of the pandemic. It was nice to be in class with teachers or out at the hockey rink, like you can see these two fellows from last year. And we also are about celebrating Canadian traditions in new ways, like the Thanksgiving banquet held each year. And here's an example of a few students enjoying, well, about to enjoy anyway, the Thanksgiving dinner, which is a Swiss take on a Canadian Thanksgiving. And also trying new traditions and customs and foods, like fondue, that stretch students and challenge old habits. Learning about the important and sometimes difficult history of cities in Europe. That's part of our program, a big part of our program, curricular trips. And so here we are in Krakow, Poland, just last month, actually in October, where students were thinking about the world and themselves in new ways. When you walk through Auschwitz concentration camp and museum, it is really something to behold, and one can't help but reflect and ask questions. And that's what we want our students doing. Another group of students went to Munich in Germany and toured the Dachau concentration camp museum. And also they're exploring Canadian history firsthand, like our annual trip to Vimy Ridge to honor Canadian soldiers and their sacrifice during Remembrance Day week. This is just a picture from a couple of weeks ago in November. And this teaches students all about the impact that they can have on the world. It's a really special trip in Belgium and northern France every November. All the while, they are having a great time navigating new places and managing their time in a pivotal year, of course, in their academic lives. Grade 12, after all, or preparing for university if they're here on a gap year. The courage to take on new experiences and examine new vistas also builds independence. Under leadership, students at NJC embrace key elements of our program. Through leadership opportunities such as the Foyer Council, in this case with these students, a chance to develop collaboration and planning skills, so important, of course, in today's workplace. Our Model United Nations program allows students to tackle real-world issues and to do so with newfound global perspective while living and studying in Europe. And the Model UN takes our students to various conferences as delegates. There is a lot of academic preparation that goes into that, but such a rewarding experience for our students. Traveling independently through Europe teaches students to manage their time and resources. This is a big part of our program as well, and we see a lot of maturity as the year goes on in students when it comes to this element. As a cohort, students at NJC share similar goals, such as I mentioned, a focus on university preparation. They take on the responsibility and accountability for their academics. NJC also prepares students with both the technical skills needed to enter university and the soft skills, which are all the more important in today's virtual shift. So we have both here at NJC. To wrap up, it takes trust and it takes that word courage to take this step. And NJC graduates who have made these decisions are sought out by many universities because of the global mindset and broader perspective of the world that they gain from having lived a year abroad. So, parents, students, I sincerely hope that you will trust in us and in yourselves, and that we will meet again next September in Neuchâtel. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Good evening. I would like to share with you a few of my responses to questions I'm often asked about my family's experience at Neuchâtel Junior College. I am Wendy Gordon, mother of Hannah Gordon, graduate of 2019, and Oscar Gordon, graduate of 2021. Two different types of kids with two different types of experiences, and both were life-changing. Hannah enjoyed a full year of NJC full of travel and adventure. Oscar was there for a COVID-19 year that offered many challenges and limitations, but if you asked him, he wouldn't change a thing. I am often asked, why would you send your son away for grade 12? What is the rush? Won't he be leaving for university soon enough? The answer is, nothing will prepare your kids for university like a year at NJC. The students are given a lot of freedom, but with some built-in safety nets from the school and the pension family. Students organize, plan, and budget for all of their own independent travel. Hannah went to Copenhagen, Paris, London, and Spain, to name a few. They often book their own flights and accommodations, and all of their own sightseeing adventures. While Oscar was limited to staying in Switzerland, he and his friends would hike the Alps on weekends and take the train to neighboring towns to explore. To avoid having to quarantine, a group of 9 students chose to stay in Switzerland for Christmas. They stayed in Interlaken at an Airbnb. They skied all day and cooked all of their own meals as the restaurants were closed. They even made a proper Christmas dinner. The school does an outstanding job with helping the students with their university applications. You can feel confident that they are well supported and organized. My daughter doesn't know anyone else that's going, and my answer is always perfect. Both my kids had been at the same schools for most of their academic years. My kids enjoyed very long and wonderful friendships with their classmates, but I can honestly say, while having only been at NJC for 1 year, they both met their best friends for life. For the most, students at NJC often don't know a single soul before they go, but that all changes the minute they get on the plane. The whole first week of school is to explore Switzerland and make friends. It happens instantly. They are sharing an experience which is totally unique to their group. If the students are all in Switzerland, is there a community for parents? Again, in Hannah's year, we went over for a parents' weekend, the famous Zermatt ski week, and graduation. We became very close with most of the families. With Oscar's year, we could not go to Switzerland due to COVID. We, as parents back here in Canada, created our own community, getting together via Zoom, nature walks, and small dinners. And we are still in touch regularly. My son doesn't speak French. I can assure you this will not be an issue. My kids had limited French before they went and now have an enriched skill of speaking French. I will be here all night, so please feel free to ask me any questions you may have. Thank you.